Oh shit. Wait, fuck. Where's my camera? Where the fuck am I? Oh shit. Yeah, I know it's a black screen. Give me 1 sec. Oh. That's not supposed to happen. iPhone. Hello, everybody. I have forgotten how to do it a little bit. How are we all doing? How is 2026? My party people, my beautiful people. We had a little bit of a break. We're back now in this beautiful time. Into the new year. New year, new mungus. What I've always said. I wanna. Your hair looking so nice. Nice and beachy. I've been catching some rays. Wait, I might be able to show you my tan. That's awkward. Oh yeah, you can see a little bit. Oh my god! I'm so pale, man. That's crazy. Oh, look at my legs. Wait. Oh. Ah! Okay, yeah, whatever. I'm just pale as fuck. But I'm not even that, like... Oh, you can see on my arms a little bit. Tan line, go crazy. So, what did I get up to? Where has Mungus been? You're probably wondering. That's what you're wondering. So last stream, oh, that's right. I was all fucked up in the face because of my wisdom teeth, but they're all gone now. We're okay. We're looking at nice and handsome once again, which is really good. And then Christmas was shortly after that, which is really good. And check out what Mungus got. You can see the side of my screen. Where is that? Stop it. There we go. Look at what... I got this beautiful guitar. It's my dad's guitar, and he's now gifted it to me. So, and it's electric acoustic as well, which is pretty lit. So we could do a guitar stream, and we like try to do some stuff together, which would be pretty sick. Plug it into the stream, which would be pretty lit. And then had a beautiful Christmas with my parents and my auntie place, which was really nice. And then on the 29th, I headed up to the Coromandel with a couple of my friends for New Year's, which was lots of fun, lots of day swimming in the beach and swimming. Ozone! Like I said, I just want to pop in and say hello. So good to see you, Ozone. Welcome back to the stream. It's been a long time. I hope you were doing well. Me and Ozone actually caught up for a beverage the other day, a couple weeks ago now. What a great guy. Also love Ozone. And anyway, so I was up in Coromandel with a couple of my friends. He's got a batch up there. Just a small little place, but we sure did, and it was my favorite day of 2024. Oh, stop it, Ozone. You are just the cutest. He's got a nice little batch up there, and we camped out at the front. Oops, sorry, I'm getting a phone call. I don't think Josh knows that I'm streaming. I should really, that's kind of... Can I put it onto, like, Do Not Disturb or something? Fuck. There we go. Okay. Much better. Yeah, that's for us to know. We'll never tell. You'll never know. Swimming lots of day, and they also didn't have any reception there at the back. There was reception, but you had to walk out to this bench out by the beach. And I kind of had a bit of an epiphany. I was like, having not as easy access to social media and stuff. I had a full kind of detox and kind of getting back and like just being bored, like not having something to do, and it kind of forces you to kind of do stuff and be active. And I did a lot more. I was like constantly swimming. I went on a couple of walks. I was playing guitar, reading a little bit, and doing all these other stuff. That like, your phone fills up so much. I've got a little stick, by the way. Your phone fills up so much of the blank and empty space in your life that you would usually fill with just boredom and just thinking and contemplating stuff. And it felt good. It actually felt really good. And so coming into 2026, I've deleted Instagram and TikTok off of my phone. I'm still going to be using it on my laptop just to like stay connected. But the idea is that if I add these barriers to accessing it, if I'm really craving it, I still can, but the barriers will make it less and less appealing. And then over time, I'll stop like craving it as well. Because it's hard going like full cold turkey on that kind of stuff. But it's feeling pretty good. Although the only downside is that I realized that I can't post stories on my laptop or like on the web version of Instagram, which is really annoying just for streaming because that was like my main way of like letting people know that I was live. Unless you're already following me, there's literally no way of knowing that I'm live, which is a bit of a bummer. So I was thinking maybe I download it on my phone but just my CurtMungus account, and I don't know. It's hard. So I haven't downloaded it, and I tried figuring it out on my thing, but have those notifications on for real. Yeah, straight up. If you have notifications on, if you're following me and you don't have notifications on, this is currently the only way to know that when I'm live. You could just install it on days you're streaming. That's true. I could. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Just only install it on those days to like prep it and then delete it afterwards. I would worry, like knowing me, I would worry that like I would kind of be like, wow, it's more effort than it's worth, and let's just keep it installed because I'm going to be doing stuff anyway. So, but we'll see how it goes. I also like it kind of crept up on me today, so I didn't have a lot of time to like plan stuff. So I did, yeah, it was kind of a bit last minute for that. But that is actually a good idea, Ozone, because it needs to be like a good balance. I might be back later tonight, but I'm going to go cook dinner with Mother. Have a great stream. Say hi to your mum for me. Give her a big, wet, sloppy kiss from Mungus. Okay, I'm sure she'll love that. Or if you are keeping it, disable notifications and stuff. I don't have notifications on all social media. That's... Although, I think I did have that for a while, but it kind of meant that I was checking it more because since I didn't have the notifications on, I would be worried that I'm missing out on stuff, so then I would like check my phone more. I stopped checking Insta so much when I have my phone on Don't Disturb, to be fair. Yeah, that is true. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes having it completely... I think at the very least, I'm fine with not having TikTok because TikTok is just... I mean, there is good content on TikTok, but I scroll on... I wish that I could just like disable the Reels feature on Instagram. Like, if I could just disable that, that would be really good. Because, like, I still want to be able to message people. I still want to, like, reply to stories and post stories and, like, see people's posts and stuff like that. But I just fucking hate Instagram Reels. Instagram Reels are so good. They are so good, which is why they're so annoying. Because, hold on, I'm just going to turn the flash off because it's getting my eyes. They are so good. All right, I'm going to bounce, but hopefully I'll pop in again before 3 minutes. All right, goodbye, Ozone. Thank you for popping in. Instagram Reels are just so addicting, man. And I would just spend so much time on Reels and just, like, filling space with it. And it's so... I built mine brick by brick. Mine are so cooked. Yeah, mine were cooked for a little bit, but I started getting a lot of, like, fucking... I don't even know what to call it. But it was good, but it was so addicting. And even just like the feed, like I wish that I could just like disable certain features of the app. Like I literally just want stories and messaging. That's all I want it for. I don't want to be like looking at all this fucking content. We weren't built for this, man. So I'm just gonna see how it goes for a little while and see what the how we get on. Because it's I have been like I think my like screen time has been down quite a lot as well. Like I've been noticing I'll be like reaching for my phone to like instinctively fill the space, but then I realize that I have nothing on my phone and I'm just like scrolling my homepage or some shit. So it is noticeably having a difference because I'm now not doing it. We'll miss your fire Instagram post on the way. Well, I'll still be posting just on my laptop. I don't know. I was so lucky. My handmade. I was so lucky. My hand made an appearance. Your hand made an appearance in my Instagram post. What are you talking about? I'm not familiar with this. Wait, in what post? Hold on. Let me pull this up. Was this in the CurtMungus post, or was this a Kurt Chapman post? It's a photo where I had this to your head. Oh, yes. That is true, actually. This is true information. How do I swap? Wait, I'm gonna... Where's my cam going? Mini cam. Oh, it's disabled. There we are. Go away. How do I swap my profile? And, dude, the web version is so annoying to use, man. Actually, the worst. Go check him. There we go. Major Valley just redeemed early bird.
One just redeemed early bird.
Early bird to the stream. Wood. Yeah, where is my profile? Wait, let's go. Guys, Loki, my posts are Loki kind of awesome. They're kind of an immaculate vibe. We've got to get sound in there as well. Oh. Wait, can you just not have sound on things? This is the fire post. Beautiful Emerson. There you go. There you are. That is actually your hand. And you're excellent. I do lucky want to get another haircut when I get down again. So maybe you could do some more practice. Because it's getting a bit long. Oh, that was me with my wisdom teeth. And my beautiful dog keeper. I've got some more content make a post together. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. And I'll see how it goes. But it just takes so much time. I'll be living in Welly, so won't be stranded. Thank fucking God. It was a long time coming. When do you move into your flat? Is that's soon, I think you said, like next week or 2 weeks' time, I think? Oh, actually, we got kind of fucked over with our flat because... So I'm moving out of my flat because I'm moving in with some other people within 2 weeks. Okay. But... And then we had a really nice flat lined up with a 4-bedroom flat on the terrace. And they had offered it to us, and we had accepted, and we said, awesome, just waiting to hear back for the contracts, happy to sign, whatever. And then that was like around like Christmas time. And then we emailed them back at the start of this year, and we're like, hey, haven't heard from you. Send us the things over, we'll sign them and send them back as soon as possible. And they're like, oh yeah, we actually have given it to somebody else, actually. And then we're like, well, what the fuck? Like, now we have like 3 weeks to find a place, we're like cutting like high and dry, and then like we don't have a flat or a place to live. And they were just like, oh yeah, you know how we offered it to you? We actually offered it to somebody else. So that kind of fucked us. So now we're frantically trying to find a flat, a place to live in. And then there's 4 of us, but we're kind of now it's kind of getting stressful. We're like, oh shit, like trying to find a best place to get all of us happy in such a short time is fucking hard. It's really rough. You know whereabouts on the terrace? I was offered a place there, but it was low-key so questionable. It was by the intersection on is it Salamanca Street or Salamanca Road or something? By the dairy on the intersection. It was a really nice place. But unfortunately offered it to somebody else. And then we actually went for a viewing today. Well, Josh went to a viewing today for this really nice place on Willis Street. And they were like, oh, this is awesome. And then we got there and they're like, oh, by the way, it's actually, we actually posted the wrong rent for it. It's actually more expensive. So we're like, oh, awesome. That's so cool. And then it was like out of our price range, so we couldn't do it. So it's like, okay, cool. That just wasted all of our fucking time, So that's a bit stressful as well. But we will find a place. It'll all be sorted. Was it offered by some guy called Michael? I have no idea. But we will find a place. It'll all work out eventually. So yeah. Oh, there's so much to tell you guys. So I mean, New Year's, fucking Christmas, the flat thing. I also check this out. If for you keen-eyed viewers who follow me on Instagram, you might have seen that I gave myself a little tattoo. Oh, I did that. I did this tattoo, and you can see my leg is still shaved. My leg is still shaved where I did it, and I get even closer. Look at it. That's awesome. That's so sick. And it's actually healing pretty well. If you look closely, it's actually fucking rubbish. Should have been me and Ozo's username. You got a dono for that shit. But it's really hard. Tattooing is actually really difficult. Who would have thought? But I'm pretty happy with it. I did it on a couple oranges first. Wait, I'm just gonna quickly change my stream information to just chatting because we're just fucking around at the moment. Okay, there we go. Don't need to dono on that. Cool. Is that so? Because my cousin had a tattoo gun, and I went over and we were just tattooing some oranges and kind of getting the hang of it. I was watching some videos, but it's really hard. There's like a lot of variables that you have to constantly be aware of in order to get like a clean line. Like, it's like the needle depth, how fast you're moving, how fast the needle is moving, how much ink you have, the angle of it, and it was really hard. And like there'll be times where like I'm just kind of cutting into myself, and no ink is being deposited, and I'm like, what the fuck? And that was really frustrating. And you're like doing a line over and over again because if you keep on doing the same line over and over again, and you're not depositing the ink correctly, then you're just fucking up the skin. You're just tearing it apart, which is pretty rough. I also start MFA in 43 days. Woohoo! Very excited for you, Major Violet. I am looking forward to what you create. Okay, there's a tattoo. What else? Oh, guys, and also, I've been thinking about what 2026 has in store for Mungus, and what I'll be doing this coming year. Me Convertible, welcome! Happy Jew Year! Is this the year of the Jew? Oh wow, that's awesome! Thank you, Meat Convertible. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. I hope you had a great time. Don't worry, my haircutting services come with tattoos. I promise great results. If you learn how to tattoo, you can tattoo on me. So Mungus's 2026 resolutions, okay, guys. So I'll just catch you guys up to speed. So I've been studying for the last 5 years. So I did Bachelor's of Design Innovation at Victoria University in Wellington for 4 years, and then I did an extra year to do a Master of Fine Arts, and then I did that straight from going from high school. So I had no gap, you know. And Mungus is feeling a little tired. Is feeling a little exhausted, and because the original idea was that I'll just go straight into House Cat, straight into the career mode, and just like go gnarly on that. But I'm low-key thinking Mungus needs a little bit of a break, and just a good while where I don't have any projects or any deadlines or anything, you know, I can just work and just earn some good money, some good coinage, without having to stress about like the next big thing. You know what I mean? Because it's been 5 years. Well, I mean, not including all of my like high school and all of my other schooling. I've been in school for ages, and I feel like it would be a lot harder to have this kind of break further down the line than it would to be right now after I've finished all of my studies and I'm just about to head into the world of like proper career stuff. So I'm gonna have the same crisis in 2027. Well, you can learn from me. I'm one step ahead of you. So what I'm thinking is I'm just gonna get a job. Well, that's step number one. Just get a job, like preferably like a full-time job that doesn't make me want to blow my fucking brains out. I've applied to a few jobs that I like the look of, but as long as it's just like I'm working with good people and it's not like soul crushing. I don't really care what it is because previously in streams I've said that like if I'm not contributing towards something, then it feels like a waste of time. But because I'm having this break, then the contributions that I'll be saving the money for be sandwiched opposite Subway Kelvin at the uni potentially. Honestly, if it gets that dire. But I'm thinking I'm gonna save some money up and do a Mungus trip around the world. It might, happen in a few legs. So, I might not do it all at once. I might kind of stop and start. But current plan, all right, what I'm thinking this year, save up a bunch of money, and then maybe like towards the end of the year or start of 2027, once I've saved up a bit of money, then travel around Australia and then find a city to live there for a couple months to then save up a little bit more money because the economy is just better over there. And if I was to do that same time in New Zealand, I talked to, when I was in Coromandel, I talked to a few people who have done this and who have traveled around and are from Australia. They said that if you spend the exact same amount of time doing pretty much the exact same job in Australia, you will earn significantly more and have a lot more, like spare cash left over to save. So I think if I travel around Australia, find a city that I like, live there for a couple months, save up a little bit more money, then do like Southeast Asia, travel around there, then head over to Europe, do some travel up there, and because I have quite a few friends that I can stay with in Europe, and then in the UK because I have a British passport, maybe live there for a couple months, and then maybe if the games industry is popping off of over there, and also this also depends entirely on whether we enter World War III by then, which is a scary reality at the moment. So if we don't enter another world war, then these are my plans. Smash cut to fucking nukes being launched. But I would like to travel, and I think that I don't think that I would regret taking this time off to travel. I think that the experience that I would gain from doing that kind of stuff would be very good. And there would be so much stuff that I'm learning that it would just be impossible to know by myself and like learn by myself and by staying in the same place. I remember I said I was going to be living in the UK by the end of 2026, but the plan got pushed. Hashtag silly. Well, who knows? You've still got plenty of time. There might be time for you to head over to the UK. Do you have people in the UK, or like what made you want to go to the UK? CurtMungus. And that's another thing as well. I'm kind of thinking there's two ways I can do this, right? The first way is that I do content creation as I'm traveling. And that is good because if it like really picks up or like whatever, then that might actually sustain me traveling and do more stuff. The downside is that you're now traveling with a lot more gear. You're reliant on like where you can go for like what you can film and what's engaging and that kind of stuff. And also but so that's one of the ways that you could do it. Or you do kind of the complete opposite and you just go fucking full full detox and you just like do it all for yourself and just don't like film anything, which means that you're more present in the moment, I suppose, but you have to you have to save a lot more if you're not earning any money from it. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Change it. UK got more accessible travel, and there's people over there I want to work for. Plus, the film industry actually posts career opportunities, whereas in New Zealand it's word of mouth. All you need. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is very, very true. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like low key, I think that could be kind of fun. Just to like, as fucking cliche and as cringe as it sounds, like, because I want to do this solo as well, just solo travel. I'm kind of feeling like maybe a little bit of a Mungus finding himself kind of thing, like just fully relying on myself and like enjoying it for me, not feeling like I have to film it and like get some other like intrinsic value out of it to like try and pander it up or whatever, but just kind of fully go like a little bit rogue and just kind of do things for Mungus. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. I mean, I haven't planned any of this out yet. This is all just me thinking. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. And yeah, because there's two very different styles of doing things. And both of them have pros and cons, and they both can be appealing. I also want to go Iceland so bad. You should go to Greenland. I heard that it's going to be really awesome there very shortly. This is Bensonburg. Oh, this is no account. Don't like this one though. So yeah, that's the plan for Mungus at the moment. And I guess we'll see what happens. But first things first, I need to be employed. I need to get a job. And also, and then that comes to the question of streaming, right? So, I think I might pull back on streaming and do it a little bit more casually. And just kind of like, because I think I know what I would theoretically need to do in order to grow and be big and that kind of stuff. We got an opening right now. NL. Oh, no, Leamings and Kapiti. Yeah, I'm not going out all the way to fucking Kapiti. So, not happening. I think that like I'll just do streaming a little bit more casually because yeah, like I was saying, I feel like I've done a lot of research and I know the kind of steps that you would have to take in order to grow and like do well and that kind of stuff. I'm just not sure if, especially like wanting to have a detox from the internet and that kind of stuff, I'm not sure if that is what I want to do. And it takes up a lot of time, and it's kind of like a full-time job, and it's a big risk. So I think I'll just kind of stream less, like occasionally. I'll see how it works when I have when I have my full-time job. But I think it'll be a little bit more like, chill, I suppose. Like a little bit more low-key streams and stuff like this, where I'm just kind of like ranting and talking about stuff. And if people want to stop by, that's cool. But I'm not like trying to push it that hard. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. 2026 it's a new year for opportunities and lots of things. So we shall see how we go. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. That's where Mungus has been at. That's what I've been up to. That's what we've been doing. And this stream, I was thinking I was doing some level design for Coastal Postal, and it was pretty cool. And I was discovering some pretty fun stuff. So I was thinking maybe we do a level design stream, and you guys can give me some pointers and have your say in some of the levels that I'll be doing. I'll give you a rundown. But should we crack into it? Should we get on with it? I was also I'm also installing Claire Obscure Expedition 33 because that looks like a lot of fun. But unfortunately it hasn't installed yet. I'm gonna pause it because it's gonna be using a lot of Wi-Fi. So maybe that'll be for next stream because that looks like a fun game, and I feel like I should play it. But let's do some game design stuff. Let's do some level design. So Coastal Postal is still in development. We're still working on it. We're gonna be releasing it for free on itch, because the Steam version needs a little bit more polish, and we want to do it a little bit differently for the Steam release for it. But the MFA build, the Master of Fine Arts build, will still be free and it will be available on itch to download. And so what I've been tasked with is making these smaller mini islands. So we've got 5 or 6 large islands, which is where the characters happen and the quests happen and that kind of stuff. And I am tasked with making these smaller kind of filler islands. They're not like fillers and like filler content, but just kind of like islands where you can discover little stories and little collectibles and that sort of stuff, but they don't necessarily have quests tied to them. They're just smaller little experiences. So I'll show you what I've been, what we've got so far, what I've been working on. I've also disabled the shader, so it doesn't look as pretty, but that's whatever. So the idea is that these islands are just small, like one little experiences. I haven't played Hogwarts Legacy recently. So fun. Oh yeah, that game actually got pretty good acclaim. It's pretty good. So these islands are meant to be pretty small, and they're kind of meant to have like one to, well, yeah, they're meant to have like 3 kind of like interesting features or interactable things with them. So this island, I'll just jump down in here. So it's got this little waterfall, and the idea is that there's this like geyser, and to activate it you have to put an object into it. There's like this fire bead that'll like activate the geyser. So the idea is that like you won't be able to find the fire bead on this island, it'll be on another island that you'll then have to take it over here. So then you'll jump on this, so you'll like insert the fire bead, and then it'll like explode up, and it'll launch you up to the top. Woohoo! Holy shit! And then you land up here, and then there'll be like a collectible that you have to like jump and like collect it from here, and then you'll be like a little fun kind of thing that you can get. And there'll be like these pearls, kind of like in like Spyro or like Ratchet and Clank. You can kind of like, or like Lego, the Lego games as well. You kind of like there'll be a little trail of them, and you can collect them and whatnot. And then there might be like little messages in bottles that you can find and get some lore about the islands or whatever. Oh no, I missed it. And then there's also, there might be a little bit on that other side where you can like drop down to it, but you can't climb up. So it's all about kind of like getting the height from here, and then you can slide down. Does it slide? Oh, a little bit. Okay, yeah. I need to edit that a little bit more because I want you to fully slide down, so it's really satisfying. There'll be something like that. But what's cool is, so this material here, you see how we've got like the water sand, so it's got the little caustics on it. Then you've got the shoreline sand, and you've got some grass. Then it fades from grass into sand, into rocks, into sand, into grass. All of that is like one single material. So if I open the, hello, okay, there we go. If I open this, then you'll see that when I paint, if I sculpt, you can see that it's actually like placing the material on it like dynamically, which is really cool. So it means that I don't need to actually worry about like painting it on and making it look all good. It knows. It's basically done off like a parameters. So the sand level, this just happens on height. So that means that everywhere in the world, all the sand will be the same. What software? This is Unreal Engine 5. So I'm not sure what version we're in, but this is really good, and it's really beginner friendly as well. There's so many resources online for how to use it, and it's very accessible, which is really good as opposed to some other game engines. And then the grass and the sand and the stone is based on the slope angles, so it'll like down. So like that means that I know that all of the rock, anytime you see rock, that means that you can't walk up it. When you see grass, that means that it's flat and you can walk on it. And it's that kind of builds up that design language to identify to your players what they can and can't do. They're called affordances. The textures made by you. The textures are part of the Cinti assets. So Cinti it's actually a New Zealand company, and we have a bunch of assets from Cinti that we're using some of their textures from. We just want really simple stuff. I think when we do like the full Steam release, we'll want to replace all of the Cinti assets with our own stuff. But their stuff is really good. We are using the tropical pack primarily. So this here you got lots of really cool environment stuff that you can do with it, make it look all nice and pretty. That one, and also the pirate pack for most of our structures. Um, some of these buildings and that kind of stuff, like these things here. Freak, yeah. Um, so yeah. So I want to flatten this out a little bit because you can see that you kind of walked down a little bit first, but I want it so that it's like very clearly a slide, if you know what I mean, like that. Okay, let's see if that's what we want. There we go. That's much better. You fully slide down, and then you can see that like that it's kind of an area where you're meant to do that, if you know what I mean. And then I might just pull out these sides a little bit more, so it kind of makes it a little bit more intentional. You know what I mean? And then let's also I wanna. Oh, I don't want to like bring it down a little bit more over here. You know what I mean? Make it more of a steep slide down because you still won't be able to jump up that. That's okay. There we go. That looks like a little bit more of a fun little slide. Here we go. Beautiful. You'll need an animator in like 2 years. Hey, maybe. Keep an eye out for House Cat, man. We might. Oh, actually, that looks kind of nice. Because I wonder. The thing is you shouldn't be able to walk up that, so that should signify that it's like too steep. You can kind of spam it a little bit to get up. Yeah, that's not good. Another thing with game design is if you aren't meant to be able to like make something, like if the distance is like you're not meant to be able to get up there, you have to make it very obvious that you're not meant to be able to get up there. Because let's say that if your jump height is like this high, right? So this is your ground plane. If your jump height is this high, and then you have a box which is here, you'll never be able to get up there. But it might feel like you can, and that can be really frustrating. So the boxes that you can get up should be this high, so it's very obvious. Oh, these are what the things that I can get up are, and then the objects that you can't get up should be a lot higher. So that I know, oh, I'm not gonna be able to get up that because it's very easy, you know, in some games, when there's like little heights like this where you feel like you should be able to get up it, but you just can't. That feels really unsatisfying, and so you need to make sure that in your levels, there's a big obvious gap of what you can achieve and what you can't, right? So that you can easily tell. So these would be your kind of heights. So you can go, okay, I can jump up that, and maybe I can jump up that as well. Probably not. Whatever. You get what I'm saying. And so with something like this, the idea is that you won't be able to get up there from down here, but you kind of have to drop down from here, get the little collectible, whatever, and then you can jump down or whatever. But this kind of makes it feel like you can. It's like Minecraft servers and how they do their walls and stuff. You can jump up a bit, but then you can't get any higher because they make it 2 blocks. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna start skipping my lectures at this point. You don't. Yeah, I'll be your lecturer. So I want to kind of sink this down a little bit more. And actually, we're gonna make the brush fall off to make it a little bit sharper. But you see that now it's looking a little bit ugly and sharp. We don't like that, do we? So I think now full-time job lecture. I think we're gonna have to bring this higher up, like this, to make it very obvious that you're not supposed to get up. Yeah, and then let's brush all off and let's put this like and just there we go. Then that's like a clear indicator that, hey, you're not meant to get up here this way. I don't like how it's all jig-jaggy like that though. You know, it looks bad. I want it more like this. You know what I'm saying? But I think because of the topology, if I go into there we go, the wireframe, you can see the topology of it. It's nice and flat over here, but over this side, we're kind of working on these like sharper angles here, which is why it makes it all funky monkeys. Can I? Yeah, okay. Which isn't nice. So we might just have to raise it up, I reckon. Let's grab a portion out here, like that, maybe like here. And make it very, very obvious. Let's do it a little bit sharper as well. There we go. Because that's very obvious that it's like, hey, this is a rock face. Don't try and climb up here. And let's just smooth some of this out up here. And then we just want to smooth that. There we go. That's nice. Let's flatten this up here a little bit. I really like doing these levels has been really fun actually, just like sculpting them and that kind of stuff. It's been a very cool experience, just like learning these tools and that kind of thing, and how to use them and how to like use them to like manipulate the terrain in ways and like things. Like I didn't even realize this like this sliding thing until I was making one of the other levels. And I was like, oh, wait, that's actually really cool. Because then it's like, oh, the sand tells me that that's a place I can slide down. And then the rock is like, I can't get up there. And then I can very obviously like, oh, I can't get up there because I've just slid down. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's kind of like, okay, but you're not getting up there. That's very obvious. Not be able to get up there. And then you have to jump out there. I gotta go, Curb. It's super cool seeing your work and how far you've come. Have a good stream. Thank you so much for popping in, Meet Convertible. I hope you have a beautiful time. And I will see you around. I'll catch you around, man. Thank you for popping in. Okay, so this is Mini Island B, and this is pretty much done. But at least for this pass, because what we're going to do is we're going to do it in a few different passes. There's going to be the initial pass, the gameplay pass, and the art pass. So the initial pass is just getting the overall shape and feel of the island, what the main features are and that sort of thing, and outline what you want to have included in the gameplay pass. And then in the gameplay pass, that's when you add all of the interactable features, like the collectibles, any quest items, or anything that the player can interact with. And then once that's blocked out, then I can go in with the art pass, placing all of the props and all the foliage and the trees and make it look all nice and pretty. And being able to like split it up like that helps a lot with it's like film edit with the rough cuts, then a final rough cut, and then the walk off. Yeah, exactly. It is exactly like that. I'm just gonna add a little bit more text into here. You know what I'm saying? Do like, yeah, just to break it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, good. Yeah. So these are all initial pass, and I'll show you some other ones. So this is Mini Island A. Oh, we're on the wrong one. Sorry. So this one is so the idea is that there's these three like islands in like this kind of triangle pattern, and then you'll find little message in a bottles in on the islands, and then that will give you like clues towards the location of like a buried treasure on this island. So it'll be like, oh, it's on the inner shore. So you're like, okay, so I know that it's in this area, or maybe it's on the outside shore, and it's And then the other will say like, oh, it's by a tree, and then you're like, oh, well, which tree? And then you'll find another one that will say like, oh, it's by the twin trees. Okay, cool. So it's like somewhere over here or something like that. You know what I mean? So that'll be like a cool little puzzle that you'll have to do. And the idea, I wonder if you can get the plane in there. As you haven't tried that yet. But you kind of walk around and investigate them and stuff. Can you get the plane in? Yeah, cool. So you can just fucking post up. Oh, I don't think you can exit because I haven't set up the island bounds. Oh, there we go. Okay, well I'll have to work on that a little bit more. But that's the idea for that one. Then the last one, the most recent one I was working on, is Island Mini C. So this one, the idea is that you'll have to build this bridge across here, and there'll be 3 crates that you find, and you have to bring them up here, put them in here, and then you go, you fix it with a wrench. I was here in 2001, not telling. And then you'll get some collectibles over here, and then there's more slides over here, which is kind of fun. And so there's a couple like parameters that like a small island needs to have. This thing here is the camera pivot. So this is where the camera looks into. So you see if I press play, the camera will always be pointed towards that location. And that kind of gives it a very like kind of old school vibe of like older games where it's like the locked off perspective. You can still move the camera around a little bit, but we should actually do up and down a little bit as well. I'm gonna just, before I forget, I'm gonna send a message. Give me 1 sec. Up and down. Camera. On the. Just so I don't forget. So then you come up here, you go, you fix it up, and then you can walk across the bridge. And then you see the cameras like tilting around, which is really nice. And then you'll come up here, and there'll be some little objects and stuff that you can read or whatever and pick up. Then maybe there's like something over here where you can, a nice little, I don't know, there'll be something there. I'm not having quite. And then look, you can slide back down, woo, like that. And the interesting thing about this is knowing how your player and your camera controls directly dictates how your level should be designed. Because if your character can jump really high and can move really fast, then your levels have to accommodate for that. And you can't, and so you have to kind of lock in how your player will move around the levels before you can start designing levels, because even something as simple as like jump height, if I've set up all of these things, like, maybe when we first played it, the player couldn't reach this in the jump height, but then we're like, oh, actually, we want to make him jump a little bit higher. And now he can get up here, but it's like, oh, shit, well, now I'm going to have to go around everywhere and increase the heights of everything so that you can't make it. And so you have to kind of lock that stuff in before you start designing your levels. So, and this also includes the camera and how your camera works, because since this camera pivot is always looking inward to the island, you can't have really intricate features internally. So, for example, this little like swoop like path up here, I was originally going to put it around this side, but if you look, if I play in here, if I had it on the inside, then you'll very quickly get obscured by the camera and you can't see it. And we will have like a little like outline for you when you are obscured in those cases that you have to be. But instead, I can just put it on the other side, and now it feels a lot nicer because it's kind of following the tilt of the camera. It kind of rotates it around really nicely. You see, Wellington Live man got arrested. Wait, is it that prick with the car who just parks wherever? And then that also applies to, on this side, the slides. I can't put them on the inside because you won't be able to see it. But now that it's facing outwards, then you can slide down and it looks really nice. And then it's like, And then I wonder. Yeah, just thinking because once you get down here, it's kind of a long trek all the way back around. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I could hollow out this region here, and or maybe just like trim it off a little bit. Maybe I do it. I'd slide on this side as well, so you can kind of go around either way, like that. Because if you park all the way over here, then it's like, oh fuck, that's such a long slide, and it's like, yeah, desired path. Yeah, exactly. Especially because like this is where you're gonna be want to be landing because there's nowhere to mount up here. So then if you slide off this way, now you gotta walk even longer as opposed to if you were just up here, then you could just go whatever. So I think I'll definitely have to have a um slide down here as well. Let's get this flatten tool. Maybe I'll make a beach around this side as well so that it's more desirable for people to land kind of like in the inside space, you know what I mean? There we go. That's a bit nicer. And then we'll have a slide down here. Again. God damn it. I need it to be. How do I do this? I need to bring it up like really sharp, I think, and then I smoothen it out. Bring this in. Move this other way around. Or if can I just like will that work? Oh yeah, that will work actually. And then all I have to do is just make it a little bit steeper like that. Add ramp. What? Stop it. Oh. Oh hell. Why is it am I oh wait. No, it should be less steep, right? There we go. That's what we want. When you want it to be less steep. Okay, so then let's bring that back a little bit. How do you make it so that you can't I'm assuming you can't just fly on top of the mountain and get off from there. You can only land in water, so that means that when you see water, you know like, oh, I can land there. And there's you can only also land in shallow water at the moment at least. Um or sorry, you can only get out of your plane in shallow water. If you try and land on top of this, you'll just crash. Uh, okay, that's good. And then yeah, and then we can just go from here. Okay, that's good to know that I can do that. I guess let's just link these beaches up as well. We may as well. Because then you might land on this side and then be like, oh, yeah. Oh, see, I don't want these pointy bits. Not nice. I also need to do some more work on the shader to make it look pretty because it's not the prettiest at the moment, and that is not. Round some of this off a little bit. Yeah. Now we still have the issue of the desire path. Once you get, maybe we just get rid of this one, honestly, because if you come up, then it's like a full loop. But if you go in like that, and then round that way, then that doesn't feel as good. But if you come up, down, and then it's kind of circular. But if you're coming around, then it's like a back. It kind of feels like a backtrack. Because you could do like a cave to cut through to make it more exciting, maybe. I also, with the mini islands, there can't be permanent structures like buildings and stuff like that because they need to feel different to the medium and large islands. So the idea is that the smaller islands are like uninhabited. So if you have buildings and stuff like that, I know there's a bridge on this, but it's more of like a temporary bridge, like a kind of like a rope bridge kind of thing. And there's no like temporary structures and buildings there. Sorry, no permanent temporary. Oh my god, permanent structures on the island, just to ensure that they have like very different kind of vibes for it. I wonder. I'm just gonna cut this short here, and then maybe we just like pull the sand out here, and then trim it off there. And then maybe we could have like a little something here, you know. Then you can kind of come down, get the collectible, and then maybe you've landed over here. You can go that way. Yeah, I like that. I like that. We'll have to tidy this up a little bit. Let's get this. Let's actually sculpt it up a little bit more as well, just to really define it against the other bit there. Smooth that up a bit there as well. Yeah, and then it's kind of feels like more of a walkway. Do that as well. Let's see how that feels. Caves are really hard to do because the way that the landscape works, it's just like a single, imagine like a piece of paper, right? And then I'm pulling and pushing it into place to form these things, right? If I want to do a cave, I have to either cut a hole inside of it, which is possible. I wonder. Select. It's hard. It's difficult. You can do some holes in it, like it just like cut a hole in it. So you can either cut a hole, grab a pickaxe, mine the cobble. So true. But then that means that when I go in here, you can see that there's nothing in here. So I have to then pack out the cave that way, or you completely push all of it down and then you build up the side with other meshes, because since it's just a one big like flat thing, you can't like kind of carve into it. So Cheese Island, and it's mountains with lots of holes like cheese. You're full of great ideas. Thank you so much. Okay, let's check how this feels. Thank you. Okay, so I kind of want to make that a little like like let's do it like this. Yeah, like that. Kind of like a bit of a harder transition, you know what I'm saying? And then we can smooth this off up there. Why do you think I got a sip? Is it in effect? Um, yeah, I think that's good. Okay, though. I'm thinking maybe we cut off like this whole section here. Like you kind of get up here, and then you get there, whatever. Like we can kind of cut off this whole section down here. But I do like the kind of like valley that it makes. Then I imagine like, oh wait, should we try a fucking epic gamer moment? I wonder if this will work. I can't do it. Fuck. I can. Ah. Don't look. Okay. So if I'm flying, don't mind the horizon. It's so buggy. We have a lot. Okay. So let's come over this way. Speed up a little bit. Oh. See, that's kind of cool. That's what I wanted. I wanted it to be able to like. Ah! But that's good. I like that there's enough room to actually fly through that because that'll be fun. This might be it right now. Um, I'm just wondering, like, there isn't much point in this section over here. We may as well flatten it out. More like a. Oh, and then is this what I think on it? It is, but no joking around, or I'm gonna time you out in one viewer. What if we do a little pool down here? Yes. I will legitimately time you out if you do that. I the bit is over. It's not funny anymore. Needs to come in more to the needs to be as much steeper. Oh, what if it's like that? I'm instantly skipping it. I'm just letting you know right now. Okay. And then whatever you wish, man. Okay, there we go. And then it'd be kind of cool once you're up here, you kind of get up and you're like, oh, I got the thing, and then you can go, woohoo, and then jump in there. Jump to the little pool. Yeah, I like that. Like a little lagoon. Oh, you can play Joji. Happily listen to Joji. Okay, now we know how to do the ramps, the slides properly. Then let's do it. So we're gonna do but hello. Oh, do I have to drag? What? Sentence? Oh, I'm on mirror now. Ramp. There and there. I wonder if I do it inside of stuff, it'll trim it out. Oh, it will! Great. That is really good to know. Okay, let's make it a little bit wider. Nice. Okay, let's do it here and here. No. What have I done? Just deleted the whole damn thing. Oh, holy fuck. Okay, and then we do there and up there. And then let's move this like that. No, it needs to be. That's good that it actually cuts it out. That's actually so handy. Because that means that I can just kind of like throw them wherever. And as long as the sand comes out, then yes. Oh, that's so much better. Now I can just come in here and Flatten it out a little bit. Bada bing, bada boom. That's so good. But now, this one looks like it might be a little bit too thingy. Woo. Yeah, see, now we're running into the issue where the camera is actually not doing what we want it to do. Yes, you can just walk right up that one. So it's a very fine area that you have to do it on. Holy shit! I don't. Can you like? I don't need to see these massive fucking mountains, man. Get rid of them. There we go. That's what I want. But now, see, this slide isn't as satisfying because if I'm walking up here, I said if I'm walking up here, okay, yeah. You come up here and you're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Like, I kind of want it to be like directly, like if you're facing the camera, you know what I mean? I mean, that's not bad. That's pretty fine. This, the one on the other side, yeah, it's actually not so bad. And then once you're up here, but now the thing is I can't see where I'm like jumping into that, you know? You kind of need to extend it out, like trim this away. Mm. Blah, 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 blah. Because when the camera like kind of reveals it, you know what I mean? If I'm over here, I actually don't know that there's water down there. So I reckon what we do, let's get this. Bring this whole thing down. Let's make all of this a big slide. We also want to get rid of this little outcrop here because it wasn't kind of getting in the way of stuff. Let's smooth this out like that, and then we're going to add in just a little box. Oh wait, I need to drag it. Yeah. Ah! Stop it. This box here, and this will just be just like a little jumping platform. You know what I mean? So that it's like very clear, like, hey, you can jump off this. Maybe even like something like that, you know? People love jumping things, you know. It should be on. Fire's on. Oh, no, it's not. I need to log into my Twitch. Hold on, let me just go full cam for this. What? Okay. Yes. Hello? It's not working. I guess you can't request songs. No, you can't do that. You can't ban the Mungus. That's what you can. Let's see the jump. Yeah, because that looks like, oh yeah, jump spot, and then you're up and you go, woo! Yeah, I like that. And then you can't walk up there either. We need to get rid of that though, that little bit, because that kind of gets in the way. There we go. There we go. I want to get rid of some of this green. It won't play blended. No. I think that like I feel like the sand falls, like the slides need to have a very clear like finish, you know what I mean? And years ago, this one. Unless we just these are where it starts to get tricky, you know? Because I don't want to have like too much stuff going on in each island thing. I wonder if I feel like we'd have it because these are things a little bit too close together, you know what I mean? Like that and that. It's kind of like they're kind of fighting for like interest. You're like, oh, I don't know. Um, so I kind of let's just do a bit of a reset. Let's put this up to like 5. I stopped caring about a month ago, and I'm actually gonna get rid of this whole bit down here. We can figure that out later. Okay, let's round that off. All right. So when you get over the bridge, what is happening? You walk over. The camera kind of like pulls around like that, and then I'm up here. I can either go this way or go that way. I reckon I know what we do. Let's flatten out this bit here. So you actually walk up, maybe even this whole bit here. You know what I mean? I really don't like. Let's put that, please. Okay, so you walk and you come around to this bit here. So then that shows more of this here. And then let's actually trim that down like that as well, right? So yeah. So you're walking around like this, and then maybe there's a place going up here, and then there's a place going. I'm just thinking because ideally, because both of those ways are you going back down again, right? And you kind of want to like drop, like use that to drop down to be able to get another thing. So then you kind of have to do at least 2 passes if you want to get it. But you want to make it fun. So you can have like a collectible like that you have to jump and get. Then like another here. So uh, let's use our trusty ramps. Oh, we need that to be green. You know, like that's not green enough for me, for my liking. Quite frankly, it needs to be a little bit greener. So we're gonna bring it up a little bit more, and then flatten it like that. Hey, we want it to be quite green. Okay, so then here, like where we're yeah, so you can do collectible hats. It's pretty awesome. So then you come up here, and then that's pretty cool. Like kind of coming up like that, and then you can get the thing, and you can see the island that you were just at, and be like, wow, look at all of that cool stuff. And then you can go up here and go, woohoo! I like that because there's a concept in like level design where it's like revealing, right? So if you and you know I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm a fucking level design god or something, but like when you come over here, the top of this hill is concealing the kind of the view behind it, right? And so as I walk up, it's kind of pulling back and revealing it as you walk over the thing. Pretty cool. Yes. I want to trim this down a little bit though. Lucky, maybe add a little thing like that around there. Oh, but then if you're because if you can walk around there, you actually you can't see yourself there, so we can't do that. You have to be able to see because if I say for example, if I jump down here, right, like this, oh, I can't see myself. Then the camera. Let's move this a little bit to like right in here. So at the top peak like this. Let's just see how that goes. How that works. Okay, so yeah, I can see all good like this. That's coming up. And then that frames it quite nicely as you're crossing the bridge. Oh, don't mind the text. And then now it's kind of like pivoting around to this side. And then we get up here. And then if I jump like that, it'll turn around this way. Like it did clip a little bit, but that's fine. And then if I walk around this side, like the camera will push in. Like it's currently clipping through here, but it will like push in or something. You know what I mean? Like that. Can you get up this way? So then once you're up here, then I mean we could even just put like a fence here, you know what I mean? So that like you can't just like jump off or there's like a barrier that so then that kind of guides you round to this to then jump off. Because then if that's a nice framing. I like that. Okay, so then now let's work on this bit because I want to do the slides, the one-way slides. But I think maybe like come down here and then it comes down like that. Who is this? This is no account. Oh, this is I actually haven't heard this before. Oh, Seven Kia. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? What? Major Violet. I'm timing you out for a minute. It would be nice. Your mod is violent. My mod is violent. Oh, okay. You need to be nicer to Seven Kia. Okay. I don't care if you have beef or whatever. It's setting a bad precedent. Yes, you do. As a mod, you have to be respectful. That's the rules. Imagine if somebody else joined and then they're like, they see you harassing the other people and they're like, well, that's not very nice. Okay, if does that mean that you can just be mean to whoever? You know, you're not fucking Batman, okay? You don't have vigilante justice. I don't even know you mean violent. Exactly. Leave the man alone. Or woman. We don't know. Okay. So, do we have to have another lay down here? They'd hate to see how I treat you. Oh man, why do I have to have fucking viewer bots? Because we could have a like this, right? Why is it doing like that? It's so annoying, man. I think I'm kind of overthinking it. Slide down like that, and then slide down there, and then the other side as well. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. Let's plan this out here. Maybe here. But see, like the sand is not working for me, man. Does it need to be like a little bit lower? Like here? No, I don't want that. It needs to be which federal agents get him. Okay, that's okay. No. Oh no, 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 no. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then this is where we add the ramp in. Like that. And there. No, a little bit more. There we go. That's nice. And then let's add another ramp. No, that please. Down here. I think that can come back a little bit. And let's make this a little bit less wide. And then that's pretty clear what we're doing here, you know what I'm saying? Why is that all sand? I don't want you to be sand. Is it because it's like, ow, ow, stop it. This song is nice. This is The Gold by Phoebe. It's the Phoebe Bridges version. Okay. I'm really not liking this actually. It feels like there's too much going on. There's a way up there, the ramp down there, ramp down there, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Kind of getting a little bit convoluted. I feel like I'm trying to do too much. No character and level. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to fucking spawn in the level. Oh, it's so hot in Auckland, man. I am sweating. Because then also imagine if you're trying to go past and you're like, oh shit, you slide down, and then you're like, bruh moment. Slide down again. See, that feels pretty good, sliding down that. That's fine. Okay, maybe we have stairs. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, I guess these right because they're both ways of getting down, right? Um, I don't. We could have a fixable crane that like lets you go back up and down, but then you don't use this bridge as much. So you only use the bridge to get over there. You know what I mean? Oh, what if we just keep it like that, right? Is that the worst? That's not the worst thing ever. Ah, the fucking text man. Because then you're like, oh, what's over here? Oh, yes, there's Louis Dean. I love Louis Dean, man. She's awesome. She's so cool. This kind of sounds like what's the song? Going to a concert? Is she coming to New Zealand? What? No shot. Wait, I would fucking love to go see Louis Dean. That would be awesome. Holy fuck! They're so expensive. Oh man. Oh wait, that's for two? No, each. Oh goodness. Yeah, I think so. My friend is going to see her. Right. Only $200, man. I can't fucking pay for that shit. Plus, it's a Spark Arena as well, so it's like on top of that too. Ugh. Yeah, that's crazy. I like Olivia Dean, but okay. Yeah, you can buy me a ticket, please, maybe. Mm, maybe we have a elevator here. Where's the things for that? Actors World. Where's the thing? Magnet Claw? No, that's the Vine. General? Yeah, the crane thing. Oh, look at that. Well, that could kind of work, I suppose. And then, because then it's like you can kind of just jump in here and get lost. Because imagine if you jump over and you miss the jump and you're like, "Fuck, now I've got to fucking go all the way around." Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, maybe once you're up here, you have to fix it. So instead of one-way slides, it is fixable shortcut. Shorter Carter. There we go. So then, you once you're up here, you can activate it and it'll drop down, and then you can use it both ways. That's what we want to do. Let's also fucking down, please. you build the bridge, you find the crates, build the bridge, fix the crane, and then that's the thing. And then you just can jump and get something. Because I guess these like crates there, find crates for bridge. I actually no, we can have another one. And then we'll have a this will be jump jump collect. That'll be, yeah. So I can leave these notes around for the level designer to pass it on to them and be like, hey, this is the idea. Can you place all the gameplay things? And they say, yes. And they do it. Since we have the water over there, we can get rid of it there, I suppose. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. I think it should come a little bit. Oh. But we still need a place to find the crates. Like that. And then maybe there's a tree over there. Blah, blah. Lovely! I think I'm happy with that. Leave that as is. Yeah, cool. Let's just do one more little run through. Yeah, because then you're like, oh, what's what over there? You come and pay. Oh my god! And then you go, yeah. Woo! Yeah. Let's just move this off. There we go. Ooh. Lovely! Alright, now let's move on to the fourth and final island. We have got two. I'm going to duplicate D because that's the. Okay, I'm also going to change the vibe of the music. Okay. We were on the Novacon mix. Now we're going to go to the 2020 mix. Lit. Yeah, not this. We just need to flatten it all out. Oh wait, two. Landscape mode. Check out 2400. Filtering that. There we go. Guys, waterfall. Boom. Done. Okay, that's everything. I've also got this little book of island drawings, island shapes, and stuff that I was looking at. Give me some inspiration. Oh, oh fuck! My headset just died. I don't have any audio now. Oh man. Okay. Cheese Island. Now, that is an interesting request. I'm not sure how that would happen. What have we got? We've got. Let's have a look at our island. So we have the three little island thingies. Then we've got that one is about jumping up and down. This is the building bridge island. Let's just do like a really flat one with just some like trees and stuff on it. You know what I mean? like there's not a lot of elevation. We can just do like a oh oh fuck. Okay, just chill out for a sec, man. Yeah, that sound, baby. Okay, let's just kind of do like a just like a bit of a foresty one, you know? Let's go that right. How big is this? Is this like really big? I'm thinking that maybe we just do like a little one. Oh, that you guys can hit lawyer for that. Maybe yeah. Let's actually bring this down a lot more. The water audio. Yeah, it's a all placeholder. Don't worry, don't worry. Where are they? Like I feel like just like a little cute island like this, you know, just a little quaint one. You know, it's like nothing too crazy. It's just like very much like a island. Yeah, just very small. Like it's you know, the other ones are like pretty big for the mini islands, but this is like a very mini. We'll just have to come up with what is an interesting thing. He jumps in water can it trigger? Nami? He jumps in the water every time he jumps. Tsunami. Thousands dead. Let's have a little look at. Um, because we have these like buildings, but I don't think any of them really kind of fit it. Or you know what we could do? Pirate rock. What have we got here? Poet. Shipwreck. What? Oh, like a bit much. Okay, that is a bit much. I feel. Oh, I like that though. Just a little one. Is there like the back half of it? There is. Okay. Do something like this, maybe. Wonder how it because it like people will want to get on the end of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's kind of cool. Kind of like that. Um, what if it's like a little pond and you can jump into it as well? So you kind of come out here like this. So it's kind of like it crashed into. You walk through the thing, and then you get up here and you whee into like a little pond. That's kind of cute, right? That's kind of cool. You know what I mean? Oh, this is way too big, bro. I need like 600. Kind of make it feel like it's more embedded into the scenery. You know what I'm saying? And then we just do a little. Lucky, wait. What if it's all sand? There's only like a little bit of, and it's like more of like an atoll. You know, like one of those things called. That's kind of cool. I kind of fuck with that. It's like only like a little bit of sand. Like things. Darn. Exactly. Nothing that needs to. Oh, you ray. He had a friend. He's finding out. And then maybe actually let's have the on this side is where all of the trees and stuff are. You know. Nobody gives a fuck. And that's like a nice balance. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gives a fuck. I feel liberated. Yeah, it's cool. I like this. I'm seeing it. Tell what you want, I can tell I know what's going on. Baby, out of here. I like having like maybe this place has like a lot more like kind of beach stuff and like less, like this is like a nice big beach. And maybe you just find some like lore entries about this stuff. They're like with marooned hair and whatever. So it's like quite a big kind of beach. Even if that's not actually that big, I kind of want it to be quite big. You know what I mean? That's kind of cool. There's just like a lot of like it's like a shit place to be stranded. Like it's all beach. And so it's kind of like fuck. Picking up what I'm putting down. Bring this area ahead. It's just like the tiniest little bit of like bushland, and then just like yeah. I put down what you pick up. Yeah, see that's like a big beach, and it's like you would not want to be stranded here. Let me tell you that much. And then it'll just be like a couple trees, a couple coconuts, that kind of thing. And then it's all centering around that pool in there. And then you go up, up, up. Whee! Ooh. always. You can, yeah, I like that. And it kind of keeps it slow down. I can't walking along. It is pretty like noticeable. Yeah, that's cool. And dude, when we have fishing in the game, dude, it's gonna be awesome. That'll be so lit. Pitching? Yeah, dude. Wait, hold on. Hold on, wait. Where's the pitch? Swear. Fish. Oh, here we go. Why are you spawning over there? Stop it. Spawn under here. Why are they going over there? Stop it. Wait, reset? Oh, there we go. Reset. Oh, yeah, look at that. Little fishy swimming around everywhere. They're coming out of the water. Stay within the water, please, ladies. Maybe put one over there. And then let's get fish screen. That's kind of cool. Why are they going above the water? Bitch! Okay, they're a little bit funky. I probably won't put them in for now. But hopefully, dude, I want to have like fucking crabs running around. I want fish. I want birds. I want it to be like a lot of life in the thing, you know? That'd be so cool. I think actually, hold on. Little crab! How lit is that? I kind of want it to just be fucking everywhere, you know what I mean? Oh! Oh, they're all falling. Sorry. They've got crab confirmed. And why are they all facing the same way? Look, it ain't perfect, okay? But pretty neat. That's late. That's for later, though. Okay, so we'll have. How much? Can't really get over this side. Oh. She's gonna mute it. Please, you guys. Yeah, you can't really. A lot of this is kind of just obscuring things, but you will be able to see the. I wonder. Hold on. Is there we go. This is with the post processing stuff on. But I want to work on it. it's just a bit ugly, I feel. But you can still see yourself through it, you know what I mean? It's very gloomy, very washed out, very oversaturated kind of thing. You have all these weird artifacts like around here. See that? It's a bit gross, honestly. It's like baby's first fucking cell shader, you know what I mean? Vim is drowning. Yeah, where should we put this? A little bit. Maybe like right on the tip. Like here. I want to see what that. Ah, plus check, bro. Oh no, that was horrid. Horrid. I do not like that at all. With the camera moving whilst I'm in midair. No, thank you. See where I'm going. And I feel like maybe it should be before you get onto it. I also did not like that. I feel like maybe it should be like to the side. So it kind of pivots around it instead of it like flipping over. Whereas if it's to the side, then it kind of pivots a little bit nicer. Oh, yeah, see, that's a lot nicer. Having it that way. Woo! Yeah, that's nice. Then you can explore all this stuff. And then the shipwreck is kind of always in the background, which is nice as well. Oh, God, I fucking hate the post processing effect, man. It's actually pissing me off. I really want to work in it. That's then my next step after. Oh, that's annoying. This area around here. Woo! Especially when it's not like pivoting around anything in particular. Let's see what it's like if I put it like on the ship. If that will be difficult. I feel like it's gonna be a bit rubbish. Oh yeah, that makes climbing that so much harder. And that's kind of whatever, you know. Felt like there was better. What about the other side? Eh. Yeah, I like the movement when you jump, you know, but then it just gets all like tricky if like round like if you're right on the pivot point. It makes it a bit annoying. That's okay. Let's see what it looks like when we're over the other side of the ship. Oh, that's pretty good actually, because you still see having on the left side as opposed to the right. You can still kind of fully see yourself. Because by the time you're on this side, yeah, I think that's much better. I feel, although coming over there is a bit hard. Ah. Okay, so yeah, I feel like it's another jump collectible. Then maybe some lore little bit, and yeah, I wonder. I like the idea of like having like permanent changes that you can make to the island. You know, so there's like maybe a campfire that you can light the fire on, and then it'll do something, or you can fix up a something, or you know, you like making an actual impact on things. Hmm. The tent. Always good. Yeah. There is a tent here somewhere. Meshes. Static. Tropical actually. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Oh, there's also the brick hull. No. The monolith. Ooh. Volcano. There's also the pirate stuff. Environment. Oh, that's like trees and shit. Why are you purple? Mustard. Cannon. Maybe you can shoot yourself out of a cannon. No, I don't think that's the cannon. Mustard. Gallows. Postal themed gallows. Anyone? Good night. What's the environment lighting? Where are you? Oh, rendering features, different materials. Why is the pixel shader not on? Where are you? For what? This is what it looks like when it's all pixelated. And low key, I like. Low I think this is maybe like a bit much, but like, I don't hate it. I think that it like. I think yeah, you need to do more work if you want to do the pixel shader. So like, you know, so that your character, you know, the character design would have to be adjusted a little bit. But I think that the props look pretty good. You know, like I really like the look of that pirate ship with the hard edges around it. Like I think that looks pretty nice. But the characters and stuff would need to like have some extra work done on them. Like I don't hate how the props look. I think that they look pretty cool. I think shipwreck fun. But this will be things that I will have to test with holy shit. Stop it. I don't need that. I need that. I don't need that. I need that. I need that. I just need this. There we go. That we shall test with the new thing. I'm gonna just do some of the trees in here as like normally I wouldn't do the trees, but I think let me just say hello. Trees. Oh wait, no. We needed to go to foliage. Oh no. I'm hearing people. It took me out. Meshes, foliage. There we go. Oh, okay. Foliage actors. There we go. These are our guys, so we can basically paint them on. It's really cool. There they are. parents are home, everybody. Actually, before we do that, I think I'm just gonna call it there. We did some cool stuff. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I hope that you all had a good time. I hope that 2026 brings wealth and prosperity to you all. And I will see you on Wednesday when I do my Wednesday stream. And I think that's me for today's stream. Thank you everybody for coming. I will catch you around. Bye.